If you're new to this video, welcome, welcome, welcome. What this is about is wealth creation in action. If you've been watching this video series, welcome back. And when I say wealth creation in action, what I'm doing is I'm developing or growing, shall I say, an investment portfolio from very humble beginnings to the 7-figure level. And so what I'm doing is tracking the daily progress of this portfolio as it grows on a daily basis. And this was started last year in May, June with a modest amount, and it's grown to 6 figures at the beginning of this year, and it continues to grow on a daily basis. And I track the figures, and the market goes up and down, up and down, up and down. That's just the way the market goes, and I track it regardless. And I just want to make sure clarify, I'm not a trader. This is actually more of an investment rather than trading or leverage trading. So I'm an investor. Also want to do a very quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor or financial planner. I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant. So I'm not making any investment recommendations. Always do your due diligence and your research. Do understand that all investments carry risks. So do not invest more than you can afford to lose. And so what I'm going to do is, so what I've been doing is just tracking this on a spreadsheet, just updating the daily figures on a spreadsheet, and whether they be up or down, and continue to do that. Let me talk about a few things. Now, there are two sides to this, but I'll talk about those after the update. So I'm gonna share my screen now and go into updating. This is a spreadsheet that I use. So this spreadsheet, I started updating it on the 1st of February. She actually didn't intend to create a spreadsheet and document things, but things started going really well, so I thought I'd better start documenting this just for future case studies purposes that I may want to use it for. So at the time it reached 106,000, which was on the 1st of February. I decided, that's the day I started documenting it and started shooting videos around the 22nd of February. And I have done a video on the 22nd of February, if you check in the list of videos on the YouTube channel, about how I got from 0 to 106,000. So if you want to go and watch that, you can search for that video. This is the very first video, basically. So these green colors indicate where the portfolio has gone up on the previous day, and the red is when it has gone down on the previous day, excuse me. So, so as you can see, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. I have 3 columns that I'm kind of tracking. One is, well, this column, I'll explain it in a minute. It's what we call the altcoin column. One is the Bitcoin increase column, shall we say, based on the Bitcoin price. Now, I only started doing this recently, by the way, and I had to kind of take it back to get all the figures. And then there's the, so if you look on previous videos, by the way, you won't see these 2 columns at all. I only started doing this a couple of weeks ago, I think. So, so this was the main column, really, the overall total portfolio profits. So yeah, it's gone forward and backward. We've had different interesting days. We've had interesting days, and days when we've had 5 days in a row going forward and 3 days back, and so forth. And we've had 7, 8 days going forward, and so on and so forth, and a few days back. And yeah, we've had so we get this is the way the market goes, and I track it and record it regardless whether sometimes we've had 23,000 going back in some days, and go the next day go up 28,000 and then 26,000. So the market is quite interesting if you really watch it. But the main thing is that I've done my research, and so the cryptocurrencies, as you know, this is a cryptocurrency investment portfolio. Cryptocurrencies that have been chosen have been well researched, so so I know in which direction the market is generally going. So it doesn't matter if it does a detour and goes backwards. It's like if you're traveling on the road and you see they're doing the road works and the maintenance, and they put a detour sign, and you've got to go left and go round and round and through a suburb or whatever, and then you come out back onto the main road further down. So that's what happens when we have these kind of detours, and then it continues from where it left off again. So Anyway, where we are right now is we're on the 3rd of May 2021, which is a Monday, and I'm going to get the figures from this tab here, which are called Investment Summary, and these come in through a live feed here, which has been linked to CoinMarketCap.com and is updated every 10 minutes or so. It goes into multiplies by one of the asset groups that I have here, and then puts the summary here. So there's a summary, and this portfolio consists of one Bitcoin, one whole Bitcoin, and an assortment of other cryptocurrencies known as altcoins. And so so that's what you. So the total is in green, total performance value, the portfolio value. And then this on the right hand side is the same portfolio, but just in pounds. So this on the left is in US dollars. On the in the right hand side, it's on Great British pounds, pound sterling, GBP in pounds. That's what that is. So I'm going to take this figure here, 239, 788.58, 239, 7. Anyway, hopefully I can remember it. So today's date, first of all, is the 3rd of May. Time's a little bit late today, later than usual, but never mind, it happens sometimes. Let's get that number again. Got it already. 239,788. 239,788. 239,788. Point. Was that 58 or something? I don't know. What was it? 58. Great. So 239,788.58. Let's make sure we got that. 239,788.58. So we'll draw that down. That should be 10,000 over yesterday. 9,000 something over yesterday. 9,877 up on yesterday. And then we go to this column here, the total figure, total crypto figure. So it's 297,631. 90 239 297 631 297 631. What was it? Was it 90? I think. I don't know. What was it? Oh yeah, it was. So 297 631 90. 231 631 90. Great. So that is if I bring that down here, hopefully it's in the plus. Yep, it's a 10,000. Yes, so I can color it green. Is that the right green? No, it's not. This is the right green. And that kind of gives me Bitcoin's price here by default. Bitcoin has gone down since yesterday. Up since yesterday, sorry. Up. So that is also up since yesterday. And yeah, so this really one yesterday should have really been a green, but you know, it went back only a little bit, $174. But if not, we really would have had a green. It was Bitcoin's fault really that dragged the total thing into the red yesterday, but because the altcoins behaved themselves. But there you go. That's the way it goes. Let's bold this nicely, and so that's the figures for today. And you know, I'm only kidding with you. You know, I'm really not disappointed in the markets at all. The markets are performing exactly as they should be performing, and I'm just so impressed with the way things are going. Things are going really, really well. And so, you know, we expect things to go down again and come up again and go down again. That's just part of the journey, and I'm totally okay with that, because as long as it goes up and down in an upward direction. That's the main thing. You know, you can't expect it to go up and up and up and up and up and up. Green all the way, no red at all. Everybody would like that, but that's not. It's a dynamic market. The market's alive, so it has to do that. Let's say that. But yeah, so you know, the thing about, you know, being an investor, it's kind of like being in business, but it's not as involved in terms of you don't really control the day-to-day operations of things, but you have to control your mindset. That's the one thing you do have to control. You have to control your mindset, and it takes the same mindset. You know, I've known investors business people who are entrepreneurs. You know, an entrepreneur is someone who takes a chance, takes a risk on the chance of making a profit, and they have to buy things, buy and sell, buy low, sell high. For example, you're buying a service low to sell high. You're buying a product low to sell high. You know, you could be selling. You have a store or a shop or something, and you're buying your inventory or stock low to sell high. And maybe to get a good deal, maybe you had to buy in a large quantity and tie up tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands, and in some cases millions of dollars or pounds in those kind of things. That's your investment, and you want to be able to sell them, make that, you know, because that way you'll be able to get a better discount because you bought in large quantities, and you had to get a lower discount. You know, let's say if you bought, you know, in 10,000, maybe you wouldn't get a very good deal, but because you bought 100,000 or 500,000, you got a you know, much bigger deal. Maybe you got 75% off or 60% off or something, but you got to sell it, and so you got to get it over to your store, and you got to merchandise it and put it in the right places and make sure it looks good, and maybe do some marketing, and that's all going to come out of the costs. And you know, you've got staff to pay, you've got your other, you know, your premises to pay, your rents and so on, and all of that is coming out whether you make a sale or not, you know, and you're biting your fingers, you know. You're worried. I've known many. I used to speak to one entrepreneur, a really good friend of mine. She used to tell me that, you know, sometimes she would lay awake at nights, not sleeping, wondering, hoping she was going to make those sales, because if they didn't come and buy them, then she could be out of business. So it's not all fun and games on the entrepreneurial side. And yes, she did manage to sell them, and yes, she did do a multi-million turnover, and yes, she did make a lot of money, and, you know, but nobody knew for sure, and she had to take that risk. And it's depending on the market of the people outside, whether they would come into the store and buy or not. And so it's like a roller coaster rise. Will they buy today? Will they buy tomorrow? Okay, you know, some bought some today and we had a good day today. Will we have a good day tomorrow? You know, you've got to clear that, you know, that inventory, that stock that she bought, and then start again, you know. And nobody knows for sure if they're going to sell everything that they buy and make their money back, how much more also make a profit. But it's a touch and go game, you know, and it keeps you alive. It keeps the blood flowing. You know, we don't want predictable lives. They don't want, you know, obviously to get an office job, admin job. Okay, they want, you know, they want to be able to be the captain of their own ship and be the master of their own destiny. You see what I mean? And so it's the same thing as an investor. You do your calculations or research, or work with a research analyst and get, you know, research done. You pay for the research, whatever is done, and then you invest and buy the investment. You invest in the investment, and you hope the market's going to go up based on, you know, the research and so on. It's right. And sometimes you know, you can put a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000, 200,000 in, 500,000 in, and you know, hopefully it goes up. And if it goes down, it could be stomach churning. But you've got to weather that storm and maintain a constant exterior, a cool exterior. You see, it's the same type of thing. So it takes how you weather the journey, ups and downs, the ups and downs. You've got to weather it up here. Okay, up here you've got to be calm and confident, because you've already done your calculations, you've already made your decisions, you've made your purchases, and you just wait for the market to take place, to take shape into what it's meant to take shape into. And so, you know, I was listening to an investor one time talking about how the crypto market is very volatile, and some people, especially if they come from other industries, other investing industries, they get really shocked when they see the ups and downs of the market, you know. And he said, you know, but that's part of the fun of this, being in this industry, in this sector, this investment sector. Because if you really want, if you can't, you know, if going down 20% or 25% down in a day or a week is normal for us in cryptocurrency. It's normal, okay, and we expect it, those who are experienced. But for those in more traditional investment settings, that's like a wipeout. It's not a wipeout here. It's not a wipeout at all. It's just another day in the office. You understand? And if you really can't handle this so-called, for some people, stomach churning, whatever they call it. I heard a guy talking about stomach churning. If you really can't handle it, then you either, number one, learn to expect, because you probably didn't expect it. So you'd be only disappointed in something like when you're expecting something. So you've got the wrong expectations. Or you need to go into more traditional investments like the stock market, the FTSE 500 or the S&P 500 or whatever it's called, and invest in that, where they get a 3% coming down, 2%, 2.9, even 2.9. Oh my God, it's terrible. Goes down, you know. But I'd rather have something that's alive, that has big swings, that can go down 15, 20%, because we know it can go up also, you know, 25%, 50%, 100%. And you're not going to get something going up, you know, tens of percent or even hundreds of percent, even 500% in the traditional stocks, the traditional markets. So this is the place to be if you want to make money. I remember somebody interviewing Richard Branson a while ago, and talking about, you know, I can't remember the exact wording, but you've probably seen it on YouTube yourselves. But he was saying, she was saying to him that, you know, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and, you know, transactions, and is this system really working? You know, will this system work? You know, will this system work was the question. Will this system ever take off? Will it even work? And he said, I think it is working. It's not that will it work, and it is working. It's working very well in many cases. And but he said, but the market is so volatile, you know. He said, yeah, volatility is good, okay, because when the market is volatile, that's when you make lots of money. You understand? That's when you make lots of money. So embrace volatility, okay? It means the market is alive, and it means the opportunity is young, and it's that's where you make the most money. You're going to make it when you. People who make the most money here will make it between now and the end of this decade. And then at the end of this decade, you know, the more reserved people will start jumping into it. By that time, the huge swings on the upside would mostly be over. There'll still be a few left, but mostly be over. And so people who are in now are going to make a fortune in the next 9, 10 years from now, if they have the right mindset to weather the storms and understand that these swings and these so-called ups and downs are a blessing, are absolutely fantastic. It means great things, okay? So I'm just, you know, I actually wasn't going to talk about this. I was going to talk about something else, but I'll maybe talk about that tomorrow. But I just talk about how I feel, really. Sometimes I just talk about, you know, this was really about the journey of an entrepreneur, of an investor, as we go through this investment, how the investment's going, and also how I'm feeling, how it affects me. And I'm feeling very, very confident, very, very, it's actually, to be honest, very, very predictable, the way things are going. And so it's going to be a great journey. You just wait. The next few months are going to be incredible. You know, Bitcoin is going to hit its next high, and it's going to hit its next high after that. Then it's going to cross 100,000 after that, and then, you know, and the news is going to sensationalize it, and then it's going to make a drop. Mark my words, when it hits the next high, not the next high, the high after that, you'll see another drop like you saw, and people start saying, "Oh, it's terrible. It's gone down," and is this the end of Bitcoin? People's minds are just so funny. And then it will recover and go up to the next high. It's just the way it keeps going. So just, you know, keep your nerve, be patient, be confident, have the right mindset. And talking about mindset, I didn't talk about that today. I put together a training to help you build a wealth and prosperity mindset. Because when you have a wealth and prosperity mindset, you have an inner calm and inner confidence within you. okay, and also an attraction to wealth as well. So you want to get hold of that by going to, let's say, this site here. Not this site. Where's it gone? This site, not that site. This site. There you go. IamWealthyandRich.com. Get yourself there. How to understand the game of money and play it well, and download my free training, filling out the short form. It's absolutely free. It's your millionaire mindset and investment strategy free. Those of you who haven't got it, by the way. And then just work on that, implement it, do exactly as the steps I teach you, use the free resources that I show you how to use. And then if you want to find out more about the altcoins, you can jump on a webinar with me and we can go through the altcoins and get more advanced and so on and so forth. So this is your first stop. I wish you thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to say like, subscribe, hit the notification button and so on. Share this video so you can get YouTube can share this to more people. Appreciate that. And thank you very, very much for watching this video. I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Have a wonderful and fantastic day.